Alrighty, folks, what is poppin'? Welcome in. This is RaidNation.com. Welcome back to another video. And guys, today is the NBA's postseason. Like I said, we are finally here. I cannot wait for this moment. We're gonna have our weekly pick show like we used to do for the NFL, where we go through every single round. And this is part one of the NBA playing tournament. Remember, there will be a part two when we get to the 8 seed games, but we don't know what that matchup is currently. That's why this is part one. And today we're going to be doing the NBA's 7 seed games and 7 versus 8 and the 9 versus 10 games. So like I said, if you guys are ready, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate all support. We're coming off of a pretty good NBA regular season last week, 47-11. Outstanding. I'll take that, especially how how wacky week 25 is. Over record on the season, 868 and 362. That is absolutely phenomenal. 500 games over 500. That's absolutely ridiculous. And we ended up having 15 undefeated days from this season. So, like I said, this is a really good season for us this season. Like I said, if you guys have already hit the like, hit that subscribe button, make sure you guys go join the two links in description. Number one, if you guys haven't joined our NBA ESPN Fantasy Bracket Challenge, where you guys can predict the playoffs, join that. And if you guys as well, go join our if you guys haven't took our survey about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, make sure you guys please do so. I really would appreciate it if you guys would. The link is in the descriptions as well. So if you guys want to take that survey, make sure you guys go check it out. Very much appreciated. But without further ado, guys, that's all my plugs. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty, folks, are you guys ready for the NBA playoffs? Let's hop onto it. Let's get into the picks. And if you guys have saw on the left side of my screen on the intro, those are the three that will be playing today: Yeller, Ham, and myself. We are all playing in this. Appreciate you three for joining us for these NBA playoffs here. Like I said, I didn't really want to do now for the regular season. The regular season is long. But we are back here at the playoffs, and if you guys haven't joined, or if you guys are new to the channel, we predicted every single game, week by week, during this regular season. So I appreciate you guys for hanging around. Dang, I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of tired. I'm recording this pretty late at night here. Anyway, here we have Miami playing against Charlotte. The first game of the NBA playing tournament. I don't really understand the schedule. I mean, you have 2 games on Tuesday and you have 2 games on Wednesday, and this is just a weird one to have on Tuesday. 10 versus 9. I thought we were going to see the 7 versus 8 games first, but you know what? It is what it is here. So, Miami. I mean, they're a team. I think they're really well. But the thing about Miami is that it might have an advantage in this game is that they are well coached by Erik Spoelstra. I think he's one of the best head coaches in the NBA, and that could definitely give Miami an advantage here. Plus, Miami is definitely the more experienced team in this matchup, and that's going to matter. But the thing is, for Miami, they're not at home in this one. They're going to be going into a Charlotte team that's been one of the better teams since the All-Star break. They got to have one of the best records since the All-Star break. Their offense has been phenomenal the second half of the season, and their defense has been stepping up. Like, been very impressed what I've been seeing out of the Charlotte Hornets. Remember, all these games tonight will be on, all these games for the next 2 nights will be on Prime Video. So, like I said, if you haven't checked that out, make sure please do so. But this playing tournament, like I said, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. I'm very excited to see what this playing tournament could do. Yeah, who we got in this game? Like I said, right now I'm looking at the betting odds. Miami is a 5.5 point favorite here. I'm in Charlotte. Did I say Miami? Charlotte. Charlotte is a 5.5 point favorite. So the Hornets are a favorite to win this game by 5.5 points. Yeah, I mean, I could see definitely Erik Spoelstra just going out here and just out coaching the Hornets team by himself, but I don't think that he's gonna do. I don't think Erik Spoelstra really has the roster to do that. And you know, going into Charlotte, which I think Charlotte's been the better team all season long. I mean, I hate to say this, but I kind of have to go with Charlotte to win this game, just because something's telling me like Charlotte is just going to out I just think Charlotte's just a better team. So for me in this one, I am going to be taking the Charlotte Hornets. I do think they are the better team. Like I said, it's kind of unfortunate because, like I said, I really wanted to pick Miami to win this game. It's kind of unfortunate because I really wanted I really wanted to see these two teams do really well in the postseason. But and I really wanted these two teams to like advance to the playoffs out of the two. But only one of them. Remember, whoever loses this game is eliminated. Whoever wins can hang around for now, and they will play the loser of that Philadelphia and Orlando game. So I'll take Charlotte. I think Cam. Yep, Cam's taking Charlotte as well. And I don't think he had anything to say about it. You guys know Yeller. Yeller always has to say something about these games. So Cam is going to go with the Hornets. And last but not least, Old Yeller. Like I said, I have to look up his because he always has something extra to say. If you guys haven't checked out our March Madness predictions, that's basically what you seen. Yeller's taking the Hornets. No, that's his Heat. Yeller's taking Miami. Ooh, I was gonna say somebody had to be over there. So this couldn't be a sweep. You guys know how Eric Spoelstra is well coached. Okay, let's see what he has to say. He is not losing this type of game. They're too disciplined and too experienced. Hornets might hang around early, but Miami locks in late and takes over. I trust their execution and their coaching to outplay the Hornets in these late game situations, and I trust Miami to win the game outright. All right, so yep, all right, that's a good take here. Like I said, Miami, even though they are the underdog here, they're definitely the more experienced team, and they do have the better coaching. That's what I'm thinking. So I was thinking like maybe Miami could cover that, but at the same time, like I'm thinking about Charlotte, and I'm thinking about okay, yeah. So I do think Charlotte should be able to out coaching, should be able to win the game, but this is gonna be a good one here. Versus 9 versus 10 games should be entertaining. And I remember first, whoever loses is out of here, and whoever wins stays alive for right now. But this will be pretty sure this will be a 7 o'clock p.m. tip time, right? Yep, 7:30 on Tuesday. So we will see. Me and Cam on the Hornets, and Yeller is on Miami. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Like I said, this we're to our second matchup here on Tuesday. Like I said, the color on the screen is indeed the uniforms that they are wearing for the game. We have our 8-7 matchup here. This will be a Tuesday night tip-off time. It will be at 10 o'clock Eastern time here. Right now, the Suns are a 3.5-point favorite right now, and this is both teams are going to be remarkably healthy in this game, so that's going to be a very crucial one. So the Suns favored by 3.5, probably because of home court advantage here. I think that's what kind of the what the edge is basically saying there. Oh man, actually I think this one could go either way because really thinking about it, like the Suns have been better than what I expected this year. Like I wasn't really expecting too much out of the Suns this year, and I give them credit. I think they've been balanced. I think they absolutely deserve to be in this position. So I'll hands off the Phoenix. I thought Phoenix had a pretty impressive year. Same thing with the Trailblazers. Like I said, I didn't really expect them to be where they are right now, and here they are. They have a golden opportunity here to make the playoffs. They have to go to Phoenix, which is going to be a little bit tougher. So I'm gonna go. I was really ready to go with the Trailblazers. I said I can't sleep on the Trailblazers. You can't, because I think the Trailblazers, I do think they do match up. I think they have some star ability in there against Phoenix, but I at the end of the day, I am gonna trust the Suns just a little bit more in this matchup. I think they have a little bit more of an experience with Devin Booker. I think they find a way to win, so I'm gonna take Phoenix in this one. I do think this is a game that's gonna be closer than what people think. I do think that the Trailblazers provide somewhat challenges for Portland, but I'll go with Phoenix here to win this one. Cam said he originally had, because he doesn't really watch live NBA, but at the same time I know his picks. He said if Dame was playing, I would pick Portland, but since he's not, I'll take Phoenix. Okay, so that's so Cam is taking the Suns. All right, Cam's taking the Suns as well. And let's see, what does Old Yeller have? Is Yeller joining us too, or is he gonna be by himself? Yeah, okay, so Yeller's joining us. So Yeller's got the Suns as well. All right, so good old fashioned split. I mean, a good old fashioned sweep here. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of sweeps between us three, honestly. When we get like, especially when we get further into the rounds, you know, like round one, round two. Um, let's see what the Yeller has to say here. Suns got too much firepower for this. Blazers not keeping up. If Phoenix starts hitting shots early, it'll get out of hand in a quick. I can see a potential ass beating in this game. Wow, I really, I don't see an ass beating. I don't. I think this is gonna be a really close game. But that's kind of bold for y'all. Like I say, he said he could potentially see an ass beating in this game. I can't really see an ass beating because like I said, how well Portland has been playing. I do think that team is better than what people think, but an ass beating, I don't know about that one. I said that one's a little bit more questionable, but yeah, all three of us are gonna go with the Phoenix Suns. The Suns were actually, they're not wearing the City Edition uniforms, but they're wearing those black alternate uniforms. Um, so yeah, like I said, this playing tournament is something. Like I've been saying all week, there's a lot of great matchups here in the playing tournament. This will be the Tuesday night game at 10 o'clock. And if I'm being honest, I should be live for these two games tomorrow. So come join out, come hang us out for tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, we will see everybody here taking the Suns. Okay. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and move on to our Wednesday slate. Well, not the Wednesday slate. I'm keep getting track of today. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our Sunday slate, which I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, I was right before. This is the Wednesday slate. I'm talking about the NBA playoffs. Anyway, here we have the Wednesday slate kicking off. Here we have Golden State and the Clippers. This will be a Actually, this is the 10 o'clock game. I have that mixed up. I thought this was going to be the first game of the first round because I recently looked on Locker Room Vision, and that's what they had. But I think apparently this is mixed up. But it doesn't matter because you know these two teams are going to be playing on the same day anyway. But anyway, this is the 10 o'clock game here on Wednesday. Right now, I think the Clippers are favored right now. Yes, the Clippers are 5.5-point favorites to win tonight. The Warriors could be banging. Warriors could really be relying on a lot of injuries here. Moses Mooney is still out. We'll see if that changes or not. Kawhi Leonard is questionable, but I kind of expect him to play. Warriors got Steph active. Draymond's playing. And the Clippers got some guys too. I mean, Chris Nunn's playing. John Collins is playing. Darius Garland, who I really do like a lot on their team, that he's playing. So the game is in LA, so that this game is actually, believe it or not, this game is a lot harder to pick than what people think. And I think people are going to overlook the Warriors a little bit, but I'm not going to. I've seen this movie way too many times with the Warriors. The Warriors are just kind of like in the same situation as Miami. Like they have one of the best head coaches in basketball in Steve Kerr. He's going to keep you in every game, but at the same time, like he might not win a lot of games, but he might keep you in the games, and he's gonna have you focus hard. And like I said, but at the same time, like I don't think coaching is a huge advantage in this one because down the other side you have Ty Lue, and I think Ty Lue is a fantastic coach as well. So yeah, with this game being in LA, I do think that's going to help the Clippers out a lot. But at the same time, like something's telling me, like the Warriors, something's telling me like Steph Curry is just gonna go off for like 40 something points. And you know they find a way to win this game because we've seen this so many times with Steph, especially in the playoffs. So we'll see. Oh yeah, Yeller's got the word. Okay, I'm gonna let Yeller start us off on this one. Yeller's got the Hornets. Yeller's got the Warriors. Believe it or not, Yeller's gonna do it. He's got the Warriors in this one. Believe it or not. So that one's actually kind of crazy. Let's see what he has to say. Alright, here's what Yeller had to say, if I can go ahead and pull this up. He said, yeah, I'm rolling with Steph. Warriors in a one-game situation are dangerous as hell. If they get hot from three, especially Steph Curry, I don't think the Clippers are going to have enough offense to survive that, especially the uncertainty with Kawhi Leonard. I will take us to win, and I'm rolling with the Warriors. Okay, alright, so he's rolling with the Warriors. For me in this one, I'm gonna let Cam go first on this one. I'm very curious who can. I think Cam picked the Warriors, but at the same time, like I can't tell. Um. Yes. Cam has the Warriors, and I think he wanted me to tell you guys something about this. So we'll see. Uh. Cam says it's too risky to pick against Steph Curry in the playoffs. You're gonna just not go Curry like that. That's also what he said, and he said something like Curry is to go. Okay, I get that. Like I said, something's telling me I have a feeling that Steph Curry is gonna go off in this game. I do have a feeling that that's gonna happen, but I do think the Clippers defense is also really good. The game is in LA, and I think for me, I'm a lone dog. I'm gonna go with the Clippers at home. I like I said, I do expect Kawhi Leonard to play in this game, and if he does, I have really big expectations for him. I think he's gonna go off. The Warriors defense hasn't really been that good, so I'm gonna take the Clippers here at home. I'll play it safe. Yeller and Cam are going with the Warriors, and listen, I think this is a pretty lone dog pick. I like that. I like the Clippers in this matchup, but it's another match that could go either way. So we'll see what happens. Remember 9 versus 10 game, which is kind of crazy. Look at the last Western Conference battle compared to this one. You know, the loser is eliminated and the winner stays alive for right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our final game. Now this game is the official 7:30 game here on Wednesday. Like I said, I got the schedule mixed up here. Anyway, we have the Orlando Magic playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, I think Orlando kind of shot themselves in the foot because of last week. So if you guys haven't saw last week, there was a scenario that these two teams were probably gonna make it into the playoffs and then play in. But the thing is here for Orlando is that I think Orlando actually kind of cursed themselves. I mean, because if you really look at it, and if Orlando just would have take care of business the way how everything played out on Sunday, if they would have just took care of business against the Celtics third string, which is, like I said, it's absolutely embarrassing. I don't know how they would lose to the Celtics third string bench, but I thought that was absolutely insane. I was never predicting that to happen, but Orlando, if they just would have took care of business there, they would have been the 7th seed, and they would have had I mean, I know they would have to play the Sixers, but you would have played the Sixers at home. This time you have to go on the road. And you know, it is kind of like punishing teams for your choices. You know, if you don't want to beat teams that you're supposed to beat, then you know you have to go on the road in college basketball. So, not in college basketball, you have to go on the road. I'm still in March Madness mode. You still have to go on the road in NBA playoff atmosphere type basketball. So, like I said, I just think that game was just unnecessary for Orlando to lose. I thought they didn't have a reason to lose. But yeah, we will see. Yeah, I'm gonna go first in this one. Like I said, I'm gonna take Philadelphia at home. I don't trust Orlando. I really don't. Especially, I do think their defense is gonna get whooped a little bit in this game because I do think Philadelphia's offense will get a little bit better. Remember, Joel Embiid is probably not playing in this game. It really depends on what's going on, but I don't think he's gonna play. Now they do have Tyrese Maxey, like Tobias Harris and all of them, but playing against Jalen Suggs. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Orlando maybe gets one game. Maybe at some point during the game that they they draw close, get a little closer, but or maybe draw a score. But yeah, I'll go with the 76ers in this one. Let's see. Cam is taking the Sixers as well. No. Oh wait, never mind. No. Cam's taking Orlando. Yeah, he's gonna go with Orlando. All right. So that is. I mean, is that pretty bold? I don't think it's bold, but at the same time, it could be bold. But yeah. So Yeller is. So Cam is taking the Magic. What Yeller taking? I look at the line. The Clippers right now are a 5.5 point favorite to win this game. Philadelphia, well, that was last game. Philadelphia is favored by 2.5, so that's a very small line. And Obviously, I think that was the right call there. Um, this one though, oh yeah, I'm missing Yeller. I already made my pick. Who's Yeller taking real quick? Yeller's taking the Sixers, so he's joining me over here. Um, Yeller's taking the Sixers, so he's joining me. Let's see what he has to say. What he has to say here. Magic got talent, but Philly got stars. In a win or go home game, especially being at home, I trust I trust Tyrese Maxey to dominate and carry the game throughout and find a way to get it done. So that's what Yeller said. Yeller's taking Philadelphia. I'm taking Philadelphia as well. I think Philadelphia's the much better team. And like I said, I just don't really trust Orlando pretty much at all. So I'm gonna go with Philadelphia to win this game, especially with them uniforms. You know, they're wearing those throwback uniforms. But yeah. So yeah, without further ado, guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Right, that's our 4 games. We will be back for the 8th seed game, so that will be part 2. So like I said, if you guys are ready, make sure to hit the like, hit that subscribe button, make sure to join that Discord, join that link. Make sure you guys go check out our survey and also join our ESPN Fantasy NBA Bracket Challenge. Without further ado, guys, I'm gonna hop back and listen, guys. You guys can watch on time. I appreciate your support. But anyway, here I'm gonna sign off. This is BabyNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. Love all of y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.